such an asshole.
I didn't know nobody till I saw you coming my way. No, only a few. Tell me you're Gen X. You guys are going to, if you remember that music video came out right when anime was starting to switch over to a little bit more common. Matthew Sweet's song Girlfriend, which is a great song, by the way. But I remember that anime video. I was like, holy shit, that's what I want for a girlfriend. And then I grew up. Sure, you got to find the IT engineer gal that, knows how to handle a space laser and will cover your six. Yeah, they're a dime a dozen. They'll be all over the place with big tits too. Oh, this is the selection. Oh, okay. How many degrees in sociology do you have? All right. Guys got girl troubles. Hi, Cat, and it's going to be a long one. Sit the fuck down. Hi, Cappy. I feel that I'm sort of at a crossroads in life and would like your thoughts. I'm currently 29 years old, living in a major city in a good southern state. I moved here in 2021 for a better life, moving away from a small town in the Midwest where most of my family still lives. I work in a place doing a thing, making a handsome salary. Where have all the good men gone? My job is good. It isn't very stressful, and I work from home outside of 1 or 2 days a month. That's great. So you work from home. I feel that I can make more at a different company, but I've gotten so accustomed to this relaxed work from home lifestyle that it would be hard to potentially give up. I have been decent with money so far in my life. No debt, car paid off, or $160,000 in net worth. Where have all the good men gone? Currently rent an apartment with my girlfriend of over an X amount of time, who I met after moving to southern state that doesn't suck. I know living with a girlfriend is frowned upon by many, and I was a bit reluctant to move in together. We have been living together for a certain amount of time now, and I'll admit it's nice to have someone around to split rent and household chores. Yeah, because fuck love, right? Hey, someone who does the chores, and it's cheap. Now I know what it's like to be trailer trash in Wyoming. All right, hey, let's go apply for a loan at the bank that guy's working at. With beyond the existing girlfriend benefits, the GF is a genuine great person who is very kind and down to earth. She has no major red flags, no daddy or mommy issues, not materialistic, no tattoos, low body count, etc. Overall, she brings net peace to my life. Net peace? Although I admit I can feel myself becoming lazier with my career aspirations and fitness now that I am in a stable relationship. Okay, that's a you problem, and fuck you, sir. Look, we're hard on the women pulling the fat grenade, and we expect women this and women that. What the fuck are you doing? Do you think she likes fucking a fat piece of shit? Is she hot? Maybe I'll go visit her. You think there aren't guys if she's staying in shape and you're not, what, you think there aren't guys out there that are going to lure her away from you? You're only this good and you're going down. She's going to be this good and she get a guy that good. Look, dude, you either like her or you don't. And if you like her enough or love her enough, stay the fuck in shape. You owe that to her. Christ. And your career aspirations? What do you mean you're getting lazy with your career aspirations? No. I mean, I'm not saying you just go make money as much as possible. It's the only thing. But, okay, you got yourself a girlfriend. That doesn't mean you back off. Why do you think she went out with everyone? Everyone, like, puts the best foot forward in dating. And it's like, okay, but I'm only going to operate like 62% of this once I got you. I should mention that she works in a leftist profession. She works full-time, but long-term is limited to $60,000 to $70,000 salary career-wise. I've never had a serious girlfriend before my current one, and only had a fling in college and then an awkward Tinder hookup after college. I was an awkward, overweight, nerdy kid with pretty bad social anxiety, which led me to being a late bloomer when it comes to dating and women. Sometimes I feel that I have missed out on having a hookup or hoe face. Okay, you have and you haven't. Well, you haven't in two cases, right? You have missed out because you missed out, but you haven't because you were fat and you were socially awkward. And let's be honest about why you were fat and socially awkward. Because you were lazy and a coward and didn't want to put in the effort to go out and be social and learn the ropes and get shot down. That's fine. That's okay. But let's be very clear that you weren't missing out on anything because you weren't going to put the effort into it. Okay. Rule one, be hot. If you're not going to be hot, well, then don't worry about girls. Right. So you didn't miss out on anything. There was no opportunity cost. Let's say you did put in the effort to be good looking and attractive and handsome. All right. Yes, you would have gotten laid more. I'm just going to ballpark it. I'd be very curious of other men's estimates. I'd love to see the comments below. I would say 90% of the girls I banged, it wasn't worth it. Not that the sex was bad or anything. It wasn't worth the time. It wasn't worth the time going to nightclubs, going on dates, asking out, getting shot down, going on with girls that did. It wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it. And I cannot emphasize enough, please, for the love of God, hop on a Spirit Airlines flight, go catch the bus out to Pahrump and go pay for it. Okay? If you're really worried, did I miss out on? Just do that. It's so much easier and a lot less costly. I know money might cost a lot, but time-wise, it just isn't worth it. So, you're kinda like, "Oh, I didn't go out to the nightclubs when I was younger." You really didn't miss anything. You really didn't. So, I know you having not done that, you'll never know eternally. I'm telling you didn't miss much, all right? Uh I am personally terrified of marriage based on witnessing my parents' divorce, observing others in failed marriages, not to mention the general stupidity of the marriage contract. I'm also completely on the fence about having children. Luckily, my girlfriend has not asked directly about marriage. Good thing you live together. Why don't people have these conversations? Like the first fucking date. Cappy, I didn't have these conversations. What do I do? I guess you got to have these conversations now. You should have had it beforehand. uh Luckily, the GF has not asked me about marriage, but she has mentioned their family asked, when will we be getting married? Well, you got, okay, that one you do know for certain, right? And now it's time for you to quit being a pussy. Well, maybe the world, not me, will do what I need it to do so that I don't have to stop avoiding decisions and pain and work. Look, you could do it in your career. I don't know why you can't do it here. You gotta owe it up to this gal, okay? She sounds like a nice gal. Sounds like someone who deserves the truth. So you don't wanna get married, and for good reason. I'm with you on that, right? But these are your choices. Whether I'm with you or not doesn't matter. These are your choices. You don't wanna get married. You gotta tell her that. "Hey, this asshole on the internet kicked me in my nuts. I don't wanna get married, okay? Now if that's very important to you, da 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 da, but I'm not getting married, okay? The kids, I understand. Not a lot of people know the safety rules. If you don't know, don't have them because you're not ready. At minimum, you're not ready. And an apathetic or indifferent father or different mother is not good for the kid. My girlfriend asked casually if I wanted kids before, in which I responded, I'm not sure. Well, that's honest. All right. She's in a similar boat. Okay, there you go. There you go. When it comes to children, and she has a reason that may make it hard to get pregnant. All right, good to know. If it was up to me, I would remain in a long-term non-married relationship with my girlfriend as long as we continue to get along. But I wouldn't be shocked if she started bringing up the marriage conversation soon. So that's where you bring it up now. Hey, I know we got a lease on this apartment. Blah blah blah. We gotta have this conversation. I ain't getting married. Should have brought it up before, but I'm a weak, cowardly putz in some regards. Oh, by the way, I'm getting a little flabby, but I'm going to be working on that. Yeah, that all the criticisms that we could send women's way. You guys can't be militant, and you owe them basic honor, respect, truth, no lies. You I mean, I'm trying to remember when I did. I mean, it was pretty clear. I'm not getting married. I don't want kids. Oh, well, we could just have sex in fun of no. That's fun. I wanna have fun and have money and food and an easy life and be able to sleep. I want the life you have where it's poor and hunger and cold and starvation, but then we have little kids that deny us what little sleep we could get, and then I can get fat. No, no, well, how about we just stay together in this nice warm bed and we don't go anywhere. We just get drunk every night. And we have sex into our 80s because we stay in shape. No, no, I don't want that. Let's fuck it up with having a bunch of kids. Those were the conversations that I rarely had. You owe it to her. Like tonight. Because this shouldn't be like an anger fight. This won't be like someone gets kicked out. You just gotta be like, look, I'm not getting married. She's young, I'd imagine. She's also in her 20s. So, hey, you gotta go find a guy that maybe does want to have kids. If she doesn't know if she wants to have kids or if she wants to get married, she knows she wants to get married. Like, yeah, okay, well, I'm not the guy. Um, I wouldn't be shocked if you start bringing up the marriage conversation soon. I'm interested in home ownership, but okay, so let's stop before we go on to the next one. You must have a conversation with her. You must be honest with yourself saying, I don't want to get married. And I'm not getting married. I say what happened to my parents, da 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 da. Here are my concerns. I don't believe you need a relationship. I would like to have a long-term relationship. The same thing why are you telling me this? Tell her. All right, now we solve that. And then it goes whichever way she wants it to go. No harm, no foul, and hopefully there's not too many hurt feelings. Now we go on to home ownership. I'm interested in home ownership. I am not sure splitting a mortgage with a girlfriend is a smart move. No, you don't even know if you're going to be together, which makes having this conversation about marriage all that more important. I'm not sure how my girlfriend would respond to paying me rent on a home I own. Well, I don't know. I did that with mine, like paying rent. If you own it, she's going to pay rent. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Equality. You strong, independent, don't need sir. Do you hate women? Are you a sexist, sir? How dare you treat her like a little child that needs to be coddled and subsidized? How dare you hate women, sir? You will charge her rent and treat her no different than you would one of your buddies you're not fucking. I have no problems with that. Many of my close friends are married and start to have kids and buy houses, so I'm quickly becoming the odd one. Who cares? What do you want? Jesus Christ. Stop being a putz in this regard. Oh my God, what are other people doing? Fuck what other people do. I don't notice if you've noticed the track record of the past, in your case, probably around 3 generations of Americans. They don't know what the fuck they're doing and they make bad choices. Fuck what other people do. Many of my close friends, blah, 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 blah. Another factor is this is my family being back in the Midwest. I really enjoy the state I live in now and would move my entire family down here if I could. But with that not being an option, I do miss my family and wonder what our relationship would look like long term if we remained a long distance apart. So, parents and children are to not live in the same home after a certain amount of time, and you're to go do your own life. Now, as I've had to explain to many people in my life, there are these things called planes, right? Now, what's great about them, especially if you make significant money like you do, but let's just say you made significant money like and I know people with wealth and money and no obligation, no kids. So what you could do is you could go to these things called airports, and they have these things that are called planes. And what you do is you get on them. They're like buses with wings. And but the driver, a bus got a driver. These planes have what's called a pilot, and you take off from the airport. Now, okay. This is where it gets complicated. This is crazy. So there are airports all over. I know. And then you go to the airport on the plane that your parents are closest to, and you visit them. Now, unless I don't know, you're some kind of orthodox religion and you really want to be close to family and they're really close. Okay, that's a conversation to have down the road but only after you figure out whether or not you're going to be with your girlfriend or not. All right. And it's good for you to wander in the desert, become your own man, get beaten up a little bit, make mistakes, make successes, and then down the road, like, well, and have you, here's another question. You didn't talk to your girlfriend about marriage. Have you talked to your family about moving to where you are? Maybe they come down. Maybe they're sick of the place they're living. I would be, but we don't get what we want all the time. But you can visit them very frequently if you'd like. You work remote, right? Well, what the fuck? Go hang out with mom for a month. Oh my God. I love my mom, but I couldn't hang out with for a month. Oh my God. No. Oh, a great woman. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, could do a month. Oh my. She probably, I ain't a month with you either. Yeah, here. I got the best aunt in the world, though. She called me little fucker. It's like, you stupid little fucker. What the fuck do you want? Fucking here. Another factor. What your relationship will look like long term if you remain a long distance apart. You'll have the same relationship. You'll just be in different places. I mean, you talk to them, right? Where I am on where I am from is low cost of living. If I decide to just go for a traditional wife and kids lifestyle, moving back to the Midwest wouldn't be a horrible idea for the cost of savings and being close to family. Okay, well, you're not there yet, man. You don't even know if you want to have kids. You don't want to get married, but you know if the girl you're with right now wants to, just hold off on all that shit. All right. And a lot of this stuff, you just got to live long enough and for your environment or circumstances to change. All of a sudden, oh, well, whatever. You got laid off where you currently are now. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe I should go back home. Or maybe your dad and mom sell the house. We're coming down. Have you ran it past them? Have you talked to them? So you're not at that point to make that decision. So stay where you are now. Keep making your money. And what I'd recommend you do is visit your parents regularly. Right? Send some money that way. You got plenty of savings now. All right. I'm sure you have an adequately funded retirement fund. Take your free money and go visit mom and dad a little bit. Do I go against my fear? Okay. As we're low cost of being close. As you can see, I'm indecisive with what direction I take in life. Do I go against my fear? Marry my girlfriend, try to pop out some kids and buy a house either here in Texas or move back to the family. What a cowardly little sad man you are. You're asking me what you should do? I know that's the concept of asshole consulting, but dude, what do you fucking want? I can't answer what you want. You already said you don't want to get married, right? Okay, how about you get some balls and have some fucking self-respect? Say, no, I don't want to get married. It seems like, I mean, I don't have your entire background, but you sound like a mama's boy, which is fine. I miss my parents. Okay, I get it. Right. Well, what if this doesn't work? What is that? And then like, oh, I was overweight and awkward. Well, stop fucking being awkward. Have a pair of balls. Start assessing what you want and asserting it on the real world. Now, don't be a dick about it. Don't go to your girlfriend and bitch, this is how it's gonna be. But Christ, stop worrying what other people want or what you should do. What do you want to do? And the only thing you've been at least honest with me about, not that you've lied about other things, but you've divulged it. Let's just say you've come forth that you don't want to get married. There you go. You don't want to get married. Doesn't mean you don't want a girlfriend or someone in your life. Have that conversation. And like this thing, do I go against my fear? Marry my girlfriend, pop out some kids and buy. Yeah, because all great marriages and families are founded in fear. How about desire and want? And you know what? That kids thing, yeah, you may not want to have kids. That's got to be a conversation. I think this is going to be answered today. But yeah, man, the marriage thing, yeah, that's answered now. You don't want to get married. Talk to your girlfriend like tomorrow. And buy a house either here or move back to my family in the Midwest. You are not in a position to buy a house because you don't know where you want to live. Take this one step at a time. figure out your relationship with you and your girlfriend first. Then I would fly back very regularly to visit your family. See if it's like, oh, yeah, this is annoying spending too much time with my family. Or, wow, this is great. I get to see my family, once every 2 weeks. I get to spend a week there, a week off, week there, week off because I got remote work. I don't need to move from where I am. Have you talked to your folks about moving to where you are? They may say, oh, we'd love to come down. Yeah, we were just talking about the other day. You don't even know. You haven't evaluated your options. But yeah, you're not making any major change. That sounds like you got a great job. Sounds like you got a girl you like. Figure it out first with the girlfriend and getting married. Give it another year and you'll find out, oh, I really like it here. I don't like it here anymore. Or mom and dad are moving down. They're not moving down. Oh, it's okay flying there back. You got to try those things. Then the answers should become a little bit more apparent. Do I tell my girlfriend that I'm opposed to marriage if she ever asks? No, you don't wait for her to ask. You say, look, I really don't want to get married because, well, that's right. It's because your parents are divorced. I don't know. Your mom and dad aren't together. I don't know who you're going back to visit. Fine. You're near family. Yes, you do tell your girlfriend you're opposed to marriage. You know why you tell her that? Because it's the truth. You are opposed to marriage. Doesn't mean you're opposed to a relationship. If she ever asks and if she decides to end things, go have the whole phase I missed out on. Okay, I would not factor in the whole phase in any of your analysis on this. I'm just telling you, man, you didn't miss out that much. And then your whole phase, okay, fine, go out. You're going to have to hit the gym though, okay? If you want to go out on town, go try and get laid locally. I'm just going to tell you now, you got to save a lot of time. Instead of flying back up to the Midwest, you fly out to Vegas. Go to Pahrump, go get laid. It's going to be way faster, way cheaper, and be like, oh, yeah, okay, I get it. So you can scratch that itch, but become that weird single friend amongst all my married friends and brothers. Man, look at how, again, you're sad, man. Stop worrying what other people think of you. You're not that old. Many people your age aren't married. So what? You're the one guy who ain't married. Do you know what percentage of your friends are going to end up divorced? Half. Do you know what percent are going to be miserable or divorced? 86%. Okay, and here we have, hang on. Shit that doesn't matter. Shit that fucking doesn't matter. Moreover, I have been dealing with a sudden worsening of my lifelong depression and anxiety that suddenly started around the time me and the GF met. This has clouded my judgment as I generally feel down most days, and I am not sure what will make me happy. Oh, yeah, you're a candidate for long-term relationship. Yeah. I am not sure if my mental health issues are biological in nature or come from past trauma. But is it something I need to address among all these other moving parts? Now you get to this fucking point, huh? All right. Here's my honest opinion about mental health. Most of it is fake. I'm not saying you're faking it. You don't have it. That's not in your individual case. The vast majority of you youngins with your fucking mental disorders and your mental disease, you got trauma. No, you fucking don't. There's a really fucking good chance you don't. Now, I don't know what happened to your mom and dad. Maybe you actually do got trauma. Talk to a fucking therapist. But I'm sick and tired of this. I got mental depression, anxiety, and I made that. You know what, buddy? If you were in shape and you had this great, like you went out and you stayed in shape, you were, I'm socially awkward, I'm afraid. If you weren't a cowardly pussy and you like went out, yeah, I don't know, you went to war or you got a job or you played some sports, something that I'd say, oh yeah, maybe, yeah, because everything else was going on. You know what, man? You were a nerdy fucking kid. And it was one thing to be a nerdy, geeky kid. You just were lazy. You didn't want to put the work into it. You were afraid and cowardly. That doesn't make for mental illness. Being afraid of society and socializing All right? Because you're a coward and you're weak and you're lazy. That's not a mental illness. That's just you being cowardly, weak, and lazy. And then, yeah, surprise, you don't put any effort into going and living life and getting friends or getting laid or whatever else like that. I know you got a couple friends and all like that. And then, yeah, surprise, your life ain't going to be that great. And now I'm depressed and anxious and so bullshit. All of us with gray pubes, we're sick of your young kids' made up mental illness bullshit. You either got it or you don't. Talk to a fucking therapist about it. But god damn it, 90% of the time you don't. It's just cowardice. It's just laziness. Do you work out regularly? Do you go run? Are you dieting and exercising right? You're not? Well, maybe try that. See if that doesn't make you feel better. Have you tried to deal with your fucking issues? Like telling you, but you're essentially lying to your girlfriend of several years. You think that wears on you a little bit? Have these conversations, start taking fucking action, assert what you want to do in life. Tell me if you feel better. Always present, well, and I got some mental issues. Ah, fuck. Now we got to go into the world of like, you don't really maybe have agency. Maybe it is all the depressions and all that. Well, I say unto you, stop being a fucking pussy. Just try that. Stop being this putz. All right? Go hit the gym. Get some cardio in if you're feeling a little bit down. Change your diet. Be an honorable person and be forthright. Face your fears. It might fucking suck, but tell me at the end of the month if you have your things situated with your girlfriend and okay, yeah, we're not really, if and knowing where you're going and visiting your family, tell me if you feel better than if you take some agency and action. So what do they think? What are I going to do? Oh my God, being afraid of your fucking shadow the entire time. You know what you need? You know what you fucking need? Whether you actually have a mental illness or not, which I can't assess, I can't decide. You need to get punched in the face. I don't mean that in a violent sort of sense. I mean, you should go join jujitsu. Well, not jujitsu, boxing. Get into or kickboxing, somewhere you get punched in the face. This, do you think the depression and that? No, you should be making decisions when you're depressed all the time and anxious. Yeah, those are great, the great time. I'm no therapist. It would seem to me you have a contradiction in what you'd like and then what you have and do. You have some legitimate concerns with your girlfriend. Get rid of those concerns by having an adult conversation with her about you not wanting to get married. See where she's having, and you know what? You might have to let her go. You might, because no, I really want to get married. Okay, well, it's been fun. If you change your mind, let me know. Right? And then just worry about your parents. Take action. Stop sitting there and worrying about it and take action. Get a flight. Go spend 2 weeks with them a month. Put it in the budget. See how that feels. And then go get some exercise. And I don't know what your diet is. All right. But if you're letting yourself get fat and you're not working out, gee, I wonder if that might have an effect. I wonder if the human body, through all the hundreds of thousands of years we've been on this planet, I wonder if we ever sat on our asses and did nothing. Moreover, I've been dealing with a sudden worsening of my lifelong depression and anxiety that started suddenly around the time my girlfriend and I met. Well, okay. I don't know. I mean, maybe you're afraid you're gonna screw it up somehow. I don't know. I think I gotta go one of two ways. Like you're not being fully honest about her, like she beats you or something, or she's like psychotic and you've hidden that about her, and that's where an obvious amount of stress comes in. I'm gonna guess it's much more innocent than that. You just don't know what you want and you haven't been forthright with her. So now you got to have this conversation. That's probably where your stress is coming from. This is called in my judgment as I generally feel down most days, and I am not sure what will make me happy. Well, being honest with yourself and truthful will be the first direction and step towards it. I'm not sure if my mental health issues are biological in nature or from past trauma. No, you just live in a lie. That's all. You just live in a lie. Now, let's say you stop living a lie and you're forthright with everybody, da 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 da. All right. And you work out, right? You do all that, and you still have depression. Oh, okay, then maybe it's something else because you eliminated all that. You eliminated the other explanations. But past trauma, I don't know, buddy. Were you shot in war? You see your dad get killed? What happened? Well, it was just, oh. I mean, you got to understand my position, right? People under 40, what do they consider trauma? They get to go see a movie on opening night. I mean, really, what is trauma? But it's something I need to address among all these other moving parts. Okay. My patience for mental illness is at an end. All right. On top of it, you got to go talk to a therapist to figure it out. All I can do is offer you secular, non therapy recommendations that are not going to hurt you in the slightest. Being honest with everyone, including yourself, exercise, diet, and just not living a lie. That's not going to hurt you in any way. That's just going to improve your life. And then see if the depression goes away. If you're still depressed after getting exercise, yeah, it might be something. Could be a chemical imbalance or something. But now you know it ain't that you didn't see your mom or your dad. I don't know who you visit. It's not that you're lying to your not really lying. That's a bit of an extreme, but you're not coming forthright with your girlfriend. All right. We know it's not that. I'm guessing maybe it's that because it started when you started hanging out with her. But yeah, man, it's just, man, a clear conscience. There's nothing better than a clear conscience. So yeah, but man, and you're asking me what to do. You got to be honest with yourself. Grab your fucking nuts. Decide what you want. Some which isn't going to be apparent right away, and be honest with the people in your life about it, including yourself. That'll be the first step. Go to the super chats. Unkono, $2. America deserves Kamala Harris. They kind of do. They really do. They are deserving what they get. Wet Willie's wetter water. $5. He's not going to realize how little he missed out on until he has a whole phase. Until he gets experience, he's always going to wonder. Well, and I don't begrudge him that at all. That's the paradox of wisdom. Unless you've lived it, you think you're gonna. I can't explain to you what something is like, right? Someone says, "Oh, Cappy, you don't want to go to Burning Man. It's a pain in the ass. You won't like it." Now, I'm old enough, wise enough to know, like, yeah, I probably wouldn't like Burning Man. But if it's something I really wanted, what really? Let's say I really want to go to Burning Man. So it's you don't want to go there. It isn't you. What really? What? Come on, what? It's kind of like my finance career. Like I thought I wanted a finance career. I got it. I'm like, holy fucking shit. I'm sorry. I didn't realize I'd have to have a lip replacement with all the dicks I'd have to suck to get the fucking shit through. Holy cow. I didn't know I'd have to become Vince at Masculine Geeks. But if I can lessen, like that's something he's obviously stressed out about. Well, that's one thing, probably in small amount, contributing to his sadness. If I can get him like, look, buddy, you didn't miss out on that. All right. That's one thing that you can release from your mind and not worry about anymore. And if you want, there's always Pahrump. Okay. So yeah, he didn't live it. So he'll always kind of wonder at some level. But in the description below or in the comments below, trust you me, it's pretty universal. It wasn't worth it. In some ways, he kind of saved a lot of time. Ken Rose, $5. Thank you, Ken. Ken says hello. 5N4KDORK, $5. I'm the single guy with married friends. Oh God, you Zoomers with your fucking acronyms. YMMV. Your mileage may vary. God, can't you just type it out for us old farts? I'm the single guy with married friends. Your mileage may vary, but nobody in my friend group cares aside from envying my freedom. Yes, that is what I have found. I've been never married. I've seen a lot of friends get married. Seen a lot of friends get divorced. Like, hey, how'd that work? Oh, you're voting Republican too now. Oh, it's amazing what some wisdom will do. She took how much money? Oh, Oh, okay. You still got to pay to. Oh, well, at least you're in a good school district. We voted for Mark Dayton. Yeah, I think generally, here's the thing that guy's got going for him. I mean, statistically speaking, it's a very good chance he's going to be happier and better off. Like, I mean, you never know, right? You'll just never know. But statistically speaking, not getting married, but having a significant other, that's statistically in his favor. That's something, like, see, here's a funny thing, the irony. His parents went through a divorce, so he saw that. So he's like, I don't want to have anything to do with that. And we're like, yeah, generally marriage is a pretty bad deal. It usually ends in divorce or not being happy. But he never had his whole phase. And everyone's like, you don't want to, it's not really worth it. There's better ways to do it. Like, oh, but I got to, it's like, wait, and to the client, think about that. All right. Not to get married, right? You take other people's advice on that because you saw it. Why don't you take people's advice about the whole phase? Like, yeah, I mean, you did miss out on technically the sex, but it still wasn't worth it. So to help you sleep at night. Journey Charles enjoy $5, regardless of who wins with their side, will be convinced the other side cheated, which will lead to civil unrest. I don't care what Americans do. I have very little community that I am loyal to. I have a handful of friends, and for the most part, most Americans are lazy people trying to fuck over other lazy people. That's pretty much what they're doing. So it'd be like, okay, have fun with your just all their false gods they have. Materialism, popularity, virtue signaling. Just a bunch of assholes. All right, that's it. Link below. I think I got the book of numbers analyzing the ROI in the pursuit of women. There you go, buddy. You got your path now. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.